What's up, guys? Another video. This one's hopefully very informative for this upcoming week and just this upcoming trading. I'm gonna talk about how to trade all-time highs, how I trade all-time highs, what I've gotten data on, what works the best, and yeah, um, crazy gap down overnight, bro. Like, damn, gotta just long this shit. Nah, but hmm. hmm. So the way I trade all-time highs is you never want to just literally be longing off into thin air all the way at the top. What I can see though is two things, two ways I'll use to trade all-time highs. Let's say we're moving up all-time highs, something like this. What I would trade is, so this is a low time frame, but this is all-time highs. Pullback, displacement, automatic break even at all-time highs, no matter where I enter. I could be this close and I'm going break even. Could be this far, I'm going break even. But ultimately, normal setup, moving in the direction of the upside, pullback, displacement. I'd probably take like a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 1, depending on where my entry is. If I can get a 1 to 1 to the internal high, I will just size very heavy on the trade and take a 1 to 1 to the internal high. However, if it's like a trade where I'm like up here a little bit more, I take still around the 1 to 1. If I'm very bullish and we're moving very nicely, I'll take a 1 to 1.5. But that's pretty much the main thing I will trade when we're at all-time highs. I don't like to be taking downside like almost whatsoever, unless we have some nice daily 4-hour gaps that I could look to target when we're overextended. Um, but yeah, break even at all-time highs, let it run past, see what it wants to do. Make sure you're trading the more bullish index, or you definitely will get fucked on all-time highs. But yeah, that is the first way I like to trade all-time highs. Just literally trading past them. After you get a nice setup, it's most likely going to continue to go higher. But next is something like this. Trending higher. We'll say this is the high time frame. High time frame, we get a nice pullback to something. All you got to do is target high time frame. We're pulling back. All you got to do on the low time frame is wait for this. Bang. Started flipping out of this high time frame retrace. Got a low time frame retrace into a continuation. Just say it's a little bit farther down. Trade, bang, taking it to all-time highs. And this would probably be my number one setup over what I just showed you. So like here in price, this is perfect. Let's just say this wasn't a gap down. We retraced down the high time frame here. I'd look for a continuation back up to these highs right here being all-time highs. And I would just take my full position off. Let's say retrace. We got our entry like here. Stop loss low. Take profit at the high. Bang. It should normally around a little 1 to 1. It's not going to be some crazy R like you'd be able to catch when you have a good draw in liquidity. But you can make it work. And I think a lot of the plays on or at all-time highs are a lot more probable than trading to a normal draw in liquidity. Why? Because we're just crazy bullish. We're just going to create new highs and new highs. So you need to be in those moves to create the new highs. You don't want to be, in some slow ass volume. All-time highs, you really want to see high volume plays and you need to be playing big stop losses, protected stop losses. And one thing you can do, it's really up to your trading. But let's say, bang, we're trending up, bang, get a retrace. Can't get it to, we can get like a little bit under or around a 1 to 1 to this first high. What I've done in the past, I don't do it all the time now anymore, but what I've done in the past size extremely heavy for this trade, depending on how confident, how like like just how market's been moving before. If the market has been crazy choppy and you ended up taking a trade, not going to play out. Let's say perfect conditions, we're getting great volume, everything. We get this set up exactly right here. This is all-time highs. What I've done before is I will size very heavy, and I will take off 70 to 80% of my position at all-time highs. And what I do with the next is I literally just let that hoe run as long as it wants to. I'll trail it every time we retrace. So if we add our stop loss, bang, price goes break even up here, automatically move that shit break even. And then we trimmed off some of our positions. So as price goes like this up, we continue to trail. So retrace, make a new high. All right, shouldn't come below this low. Retrace, make a new high. All right, shouldn't come below this low. Retrace, make a new high. All right, shouldn't come below this low. And then you just literally keep on letting it run up higher with the retraces until eventually you get like a high time frame retrace, but you'd be trailed out pretty far up. So this doesn't work every time because sometimes we'll just hit all-time highs and flip, but I like to do it with a little light position size, something that could make me an extra couple $100 for the day. But that's it. But we got a nice week ahead of us. We're at 2,200 balance, and I'm really thinking about just like sizing pretty light, waiting for that perfect trade to get my winning day because I want to just take this payout. $1,000 the past 2 weeks for a payout would be pretty solid. Um, cause like eventually once it's on 5, 10 accounts, $1,000 payout is gonna be huge. So I want to get used to taking these sort of payouts and then just actually sizing heavy on the next time I take a trade on this account. So the goal right now is to take one more winning trade with $500 risk and get the account as close to 3,000 as we can, and then take about a $1,000 payout out. But what I'm gonna do for the next trade I take when I'm risking 500 is I'm just gonna move my stop loss to 150 profit instead of break even because I'd rather just secure the winning day than break even. You know, it wouldn't really matter. I've got a decent balance. If I can get the winning day, then if I can get just 2 break evens and get 2 winning days, I'll just take the payout. If I can get another one, I will. If I can get another win-win, full-size win, I will size very, very light for the last trade and just try to get a winning day. But yeah, that's about it for today's video. Nothing crazy. A little late. I was pretty tired today, but nothing crazy. Hopefully that helps y'all. Trade all-time highs can get a little tricky because you got no actual like targets you want to hit. So hopefully that helps y'all a little bit. Peace out.